Hi everyone, my name is Kat. We are over at Lee Health Teaching Kitchen over at Coconut Point, and today I'm going to make a very easy one pot budget friendly meal. In addition to this being one pot and budget friendly, this has all of our macronutrients, which is going to be wonderful. So let me go over the ingredients first. We have our carrot and onion right here. We are going to be using elbow macaroni. We have our cannellini beans right here. We have our chopped up tomatoes right here. We have our avocado. We have our spices, our garlic, and then we have our vegetable or chicken broth. And we are gonna add a little sprinkle of cheese on top. If you wanna use a gluten-free pasta, you are more than welcome to. There are so many variations out there in the market. There's quinoa pasta, brown rice pasta, red lentil pasta. But for today, I'm gonna just use a plain regular wheat pasta. I'm gonna start by getting the carrots and onions sauteed. We are going to use a little bit of olive oil. Once our oil is nice and hot, we'll get our carrots and onions in the pot. We are going to let the onions sweat and the carrots cook for about, I would say 3 to 5 minutes. You want the onions to be translucent. So let's quickly talk about the ingredients in here again. So we have our cannellini beans, which are a great source of fiber and protein. I am using organic, no added salt cannellini beans. It is sometimes difficult to find these on the market, but they do exist. We're gonna be using some avocado to top off on the pasta. This is a great source of omega-3 fats. And then we have cilantro, which we will also garnish the pasta with. We have our carrots and onion, and then we have pasta as well. Normally when you do cook pasta, you have to use a second pot to cook the pasta first, but we are kind of cutting that step out because we want to make this easier, and we also want to just dirty one dish, not two. At this point, the onions and the carrots are almost ready, so I'm going to add the garlic in. You don't want to add the garlic in first with the carrots and the onions because it will burn. So we're going to add it in right now. All right, so now I'm going to actually measure out some broth. Today I'm going to use a little bit of chicken stock and also vegetable broth because I have it left over. We are going to want probably a total of 8 cups. 8 cups of water or broth to about 16 ounces of pasta. So if you're cooking 8 ounces of pasta, you're only going to use 4 cups of broth. So right now I'm going to add the cannellini beans, the tomatoes, and the broth into the pot. You can use any tomatoes you'd like. Today I'm using the Campari tomatoes, but Roma tomatoes will work fine, and so will just the regular beefsteak tomatoes. We're going to add the cannellini beans in. We are also going to add our spices, so I'm going to add a little cumin. I'm going to add some smoked paprika. Regular paprika, and if you want it smokier, you can use all smoked paprika. And then we're going to add some chili pepper. Okay, now we're going to add our 8 cups of broth. And once our 8 cups of broth is in the pot, we are going to bring it up to a boil, and then we'll add our pasta in. So now we're just going to wait for this to come to a boil, and then we're going to go ahead and add our macaroni in there. So what I love about this recipe is we are getting a decent amount of protein with the beans. And if you use like a quinoa pasta, you'll get even more protein with the quinoa pasta. Oh, right now I would say beef and a lot of meat products are extremely expensive. So I know a lot of people are looking to save and eat budget friendly. So this is a very budget friendly meal. Beans are extremely budget friendly and extremely nutritious. So it's a great thing to add into your diet. While that is coming up to a boil, I'm gonna chop my cilantro up. I will also get my avocado ready. So now that we have a rolling boil, I'm gonna go ahead and add our elbow macaroni in here and get it mixed up. Give it a quick stir. Now I'm gonna bring this down to a simmer and I'm gonna cover it and cook it for about 12 to 15 minutes. So it's been about 12 minutes, and as you can see, a lot of the broth has been absorbed. The pasta looks like it's ready. So now we can off the heat and we can add our toppings. So as this cools down a little bit, the water or the broth will be absorbed even more. I'm gonna go ahead and dish it up. So right now I'm going to add a little sprinkle of cilantro. We'll add a little sprinkle of cheese, and this is all optional. And then we will top it off with a couple slices of avocado. And here you have your one pot macaroni, bean, and pasta.